Hey, what's up guys? Staying here from Rocky Creek. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. So gonna come out here, gonna give you an update on the fishing line that we did in hopes to deter the hawk from continuing to attack our chickens. And also, not a huge addition to the homestead, but we did add a new little fella here on the homestead, and we'll let you meet him here in just a minute. So guys, I debated on doing any filming today because it is like very windy. It's been windy all day, so I thought audio would be a little bit trouble. But nonetheless, we're gonna try to squeeze it in, and hopefully everything's gonna be coming through when I get done and review all this footage. But starting a couple days ago, I did start to open up the chain link pen that we have to start allowing the chickens to venture out and to really test if the fishing line that we got running around us is actually deterring the hawk or not. And I've been working all week, and from what I can tell over the last few days, obviously I've had no chickens get attacked. I can tell that for sure. So I haven't lost any, but I haven't actually been able to see if the hawk was returning. But this weekend so far, I've been looking out every so often, particularly in the morning hours. That's when I would see the hawk more often. And thus far, I have not seen the hawk yet. But we are only just over a week of implementing this. And as I shared with you, the last thing that we did to try to deter it, between the owl decoys and the reflective tape, we got about right at a week's relief before things turned bad again. So I'm not gonna quite say yet that it's done its job. Finger crossed that the effectiveness we've seen thus far will carry over long term. But I'll keep you all updated each week as we progress. But so far, 1 week in, it has worked. I have not seen the hawk, and we're gonna hope that it will maintain moving forward. One thing is for certain though, these girls and guys have been so much happier being out, and we've had an abundance of rain, so the ground is super wet underneath, and so the worms and stuff are abundant, and so they're eating that up like crazy. They started to lay some more eggs since I've been releasing them out. So we're really gonna hope that this fishing line is gonna be working and these guys can be out long term again. Even the old crazy Q-tip over here is very happy to be out again. Q-tip, are you glad to be out again? Are you glad to be free? So guys, a real quick update too on our other rooster here. I had asked for some name recommendations on, I believe it was 2 videos ago, and on social media. And thus far we have narrowed it down to 3 names. And Madison and Mrs. Rocky Creek have brought it down to either Apache, Lakota, or Rusty. So those of you all following us, let me know which of those 3 do you like best. And probably by next video, we'll have a final decision on what we're going to name him. But we got it down to Apache, Lakota, and Rusty. Apache and Rusty came as recommendations from some viewers and subscribers and supporters of the channel. But then Madison on her own liked the Apache idea, but she's currently been learning about Indians, and she brought up the name of potentially Lakota, because she said that was her favorite Indians that she learned about recently. So that's where the 3rd one came from. But you let us know out of those 3 which one you like best, and hopefully this guy will have a name very soon. Riley, what are you doing? Watch it, dog.
Hey, Mama, come here. Come here, Mama. Hey, Mama, come here. You getting in it? Do you want me to look closer?
If Mama get all mad, she'll try to fight me. so mad. Alright, grab that board.
Grab the board.
Yep. Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's breathing so hard. She's breathing so hard. What do you think about the new Starfire?
He's so cute.
So I didn't really give y'all a close look up to it, but this is going to be the Barred Rock I Am Samani mix. And kind of a cool thing is that her barred feathers are a little bit darker, and the coloration around her face is slightly darker. But then she's also got sort of the blackish color legs that you get with the I Am, but not jet black, but pretty close. So I'm really curious to see how this one comes out. It looks like the comb may actually turn out to be black too, instead of red. So it's really cool to see how that's going to turn out. Mama hen here is still super protective of her, and usually by this age I don't see that, but she was ready to come after me big time when I was trying to get her out so y'all could check her out. But she is going to be a cool looking chicken, and I think we're actually going to try to come out here tonight and integrate these guys back with the flock, so when I let them out in the morning they'll be good to go, since we're starting to let them out again. And I think she's big enough that hopefully she'll be able to defend herself if needed, because she's growing really well, and I think they're getting tired of being cooped up in this little area. So I'm gonna open this up, and you're gonna set her back in there for me? All right, set her in there. Good job. You go back with Mama. See, everything's fine, Mama. Yep, y'all go back in there. We're sorry. Please don't hate me. We love you, mean it. So guys, that's an update on the Barred Rock I Am baby and I Am Samani mama hen. Hopefully we'll get those guys integrated tonight, like I said, and we'll get them back to the flock like normal. But I told you that we got a new fella that has joined us here on the homestead. And so Mrs. Madison here came across him on the internet. Of course, I already knew about him because my work, well, the animal shelter at my work, got a hold of him actually about a month ago, sometime shortly after Christmas time. I'm thinking somebody got him for the holidays, didn't realize what they were getting into, and just tossed it. And so we ended up with it. We don't know its age. We just know it's a boy. Don't know anything about him pretty much, other than we figured, what the hey, we'll give him a go here at our farmstead, and he's going to be more of a pet. We may breed him, but for the most part he is going to be here for a pet. We don't usually bring on too many pets here other than our dog, but this one here wanted it so bad that we agreed to bring it here for her, and we already had a setup for it, so it worked out. So let's show you what it is. So I got this hutch a long time ago from a friend of mine whose uncle custom built it. Now the interior wood is in great shape. The exterior wood has been weathered significantly, and it was actually made from mahogany, but it was very well built by his uncle. And so really I just need to do some sanding and some restaining, which we'll do sometime here once weather start to increase. But let's show you this cool new little guy. Here is Mr. Hermie. He is, as best we can tell, a Holland Lop. He does have what I believe to be some early signs of cataracts in his eyes. Cataracts, if you don't know, are pretty prevalent in rabbits. It can be genetic, but it also can develop through lack of nutrition or old age. So we don't know which of these contributing factors has that with Hermie, but the one thing we do know is Hermie has been very chill. He's super docile compared to our other rabbits. He doesn't mind being held at all. And so since he will be a rabbit, or since he will be considered a pet for Madison, we want to handle him regularly so he doesn't lose his docileness. So as you saw, we put that little pin inside so he can come in, because it's 20 some degrees today. We don't want to be outside the whole time with him. But we're going to take him inside, let him play around for a little bit, and then we'll bring him back out here after an hour or two. But he really enjoys, this hutch has a downstairs. It's got a normal setup with a downstairs area. There's a separate room down below here, and that seems to be where he likes to use the bathroom. It's got these wooden slats here that are nice and flat, so it's easy on his paws. But then it's got a higher up roof area. As you can see, I have his hay right here. But then it's got this little step up area, which he really likes, and brings him up to this upstairs room that takes him completely out of the elements. And the guy even wired up a light bulb outlet up there, to where if you wanted to provide supplemental heat, you can put a low wattage bulb there to provide some warmth. But this little lady absolutely loves them. She's enjoying them. She's been waiting. When we brought them home, it was super rainy. But let's get them out so you can see them a little better, and we'll take them inside. All right, let's get your towel. We'll take his towel in with us, okay?
Okay. Let's put the towel in the little home.
Huh?
Let's put the towel in his little box for area.
Okay, so let's take him in the house.
Okay.
Are you just looking at him? Huh?
Mm.
All right. Here you go, Bubba. You can get off my arm? Thank you. You got your little house here. Put your little towel inside of it. In case Chloe makes you mad. So he's just checking it all out, just like Chloe's trying to check it out. So guys, I've never wanted to have a rabbit to be raised inside of our home, and that's not going to be the case. Hi, buddy. The thing is though, is that Madison really wanted this thing, and it's very cold outside, and we did want to, with him being a pet, there were going to be times, since he is so docile, that I would like for her to be able to easily play with him on the grass. So I had planned to get one of these sort of octagon cages anyways, that we could just take them down from the hutch, place them on grass, and you know, if they're outside for an hour or two at a time, that he could have some time down on the grass. So we found this at one of our local pet stores, and it actually came with a waterproof bottom. He is a male, and for those that have never raised rabbits, the poop isn't a problem. The poop is just little hard sort of balls that really don't have, they have very little to no smell, and is phenomenal fertilizer for a garden, which is what we use our rabbit manure for. But their pee is what smells. The urine for a rabbit is not very good at all. And boys in particular tend to mark. And this had a little bit of a raised area to hopefully minimize that if he were to pee while in here, but it's also waterproof and can be cleaned off. So for what little bit of time he'll spend in here, I'll probably let her have him in here for about an hour, and then we'll go ahead and put them back. But this cost us about $60 with the waterproof pad. So it's not going to be bad, because we will use this in the spring and summer as well. And the pad also acts as a barrier over top, as well as sunshade or predator protection if we want to give him some grass time then. So this is Mr. Hermie. He's here hopefully to stay. We don't know much about him, so we're just going to hope that there's nothing majorly wrong with him, and that he'll be here on our homestead for a bit of time. But not a whole lot going on with this weekend, because Mrs. Rocky Creek is gone. They're doing prom dress shopping with my niece. And so the weather is super cold and super windy, like I said. So we're not really doing too many projects on the homestead today, but I did want to share with you this new guy, and I wanted to update you on the fishing line setup. But guys, I appreciate you coming along with us. I appreciate you hanging out with us. And as always, we do appreciate your support. It means a lot. So Mrs. Madison here is super happy with her new friend. I'm going to let her hang out. We're just going to have some father-daughter rabbit time. And yeah, you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for coming along. Y'all be good. And we'll see you here real soon on our next episode. Thanks, guys. Bye. He's like, I'm so tired.